A man that's pure at heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolf's bane blooms and the autumn moon is bright. Throughout history, there have been stories told of man turning into animal, from African witch doctors to the medieval werewolf of Europe and then to Native American beliefs. These forms of magic have been persistent throughout the cultures of the world. Today, I'm going to be focusing on the European concept of werewolves that most of us are familiar with. I will also hit on a particular Navajo belief because it has been linked with werewolves in the past. So in Europe, there were several ways to become a werewolf. By far, in folklore, the least common way was to actually be bitten or scratched by the werewolf. That has become the most popular form in modern culture. Another way is to be born a werewolf, either through a family curse or trait, or just from family tradition. And lastly, through magical means, either cursed by a practitioner of magic, or by performing the ritual yourself. This is the most talked about method in Europe, in European folklore, is performing the ritual yourself. Uh, Basically, you would make a deal with the spirit or one of the old gods in Europe, or Satan and a demon or a devil, and in exchange for something, they would give you the ability to change. Most of these involves what's known as a wolf belt, which is a belt or loincloth made from the skin of a wolf. So the terms for werewolf. The term werewolf itself translates from loosely German meaning man-wolf. Lycanthropy derives from a tale of the king Lycan of Greece, who was cursed by Zeus to become a wolf. The loup-garou is a French version of the werewolf, and the rougarou is a Cajun derivative of the word loup-garou. And lastly, this is the Native American part I was speaking of. It is the Navajo skinwalker. I won't say the actual name for a couple reasons. One, it is very hard to pronounce, and the other is out of respect for the Navajo culture itself, who says that to say the true name of the skinwalker is taboo, or technically even just discussing a skinwalker is considered taboo. Now, the skinwalkers were said to be shaman or evil practitioners of magic, sorcerers, and were one of the most dangerous enemies the Navajo had supernaturally. So, the ways to kill a werewolf. Unlike vampires, who were difficult to kill or exterminate, werewolves generally were just as vulnerable as a wolf or a human. Uh, a lot of the suspected werewolves were said to have been discovered after a wolf had been shot and a human was discovered to have the same wound if the wolf hadn't been killed. There were some accounts of where certain werewolves, in particular the Beast of Gévaudan in France, was not said to be able to be killed by by bullets. So this generally required inherited silver melted down into bullets. Most cases, the silver did have to be inherited because that represented a sacrifice you would have to make to kill the beast. So let's talk about natural causes. One of which is lycanthropy, which is a mental illness, which is a kind of a delusion that an individual believes they actually become an animal, in particular a wolf. Sometimes these can be extremely violent. Another cause can be hypertrichosis. It's a disorder where an individual is covered in hair. Generally speaking, almost their entire body is covered in hair. male or female. Uh, these people, many of these people joined freak shows at the turn of the 20th century. So there are a couple natural causes. Um, on a sadder note, um, there were thousands of people killed in the werewolf and witch hunts of Europe throughout the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. Innocent people fell to the hand of a church that was supposed to spread love. Some suffered from mental illness, others followed the old ways and worshipped traditional gods and were killed as pagans. Still more fell to people who accused one another, because of a disagreement um, that happened even in America in Salem. It is a sad part of history that hopefully will never be repeated. Uh, and I do hope that the tortured and killed souls of the individuals have found peace. Um, this one is one of my shorter videos. I could go into a lot more, but I am trying to shorten my videos and putting as much information as I can within the shortest time frame that I can. So, if you enjoyed this video, like it, please share it. That would be much appreciated. A comment if you want to, if you have anything to say at all, any information, if you want to discuss this, feel free to comment. Thank you for watching again, and you all have a great day.